A few weeks ago, we raced the Voodoo Bizango hardtail against the Cube Stereo Enduro bike in a hill climb challenge. Today, both bikes are going head to head again in a new challenge. Last time, the Enduro bike performed better in the comfort and effort challenges, but the hardtail pipped it to the post as the faster bike uphill. One of the reasons for this was because the drive on the hardtail goes directly to the back wheel, so it was able to outclimb the Enduro bike whose power gets diluted by having a softer back end. Today, both bikes are going head to head again. And this time, we're going downhill, on an Enduro trail. The trail section I've chosen is a mixture of lines used for the Enduro competitions here. I've ridden these lines before on both bikes and know the routes relatively well. This means I can give both bikes a fair chance at having a good run. Using a few of these woody trails, I've devised a route that has a bit of everything in it. The start has some flatter rooty parts. There are some sections in a close woodland, and a few technical features to contend with, including some drops and a steep S-bend corner. The ground itself is also a challenge. It's a mixture of nice loamy dirt and some loose gravel. This whole course is ideal to test these two bikes against each other in a whole range of different environments. The Cube Stereo Enduro bike should have the advantage on the steeper and rooty sections of the course, with its higher travel suspension, slacker head angle and more suited components. The Voodoo Bizango hardtail should be able to perform well in the tighter tree sections and the smoother sections where it can really use its size and power to its advantage. This challenge will be an Enduro style event with one timed run from start to finish. The faster bike wins. Will the Voodoo be able to maintain its current lead over the Enduro bike, or will the pedigree of the Cube be too much for the competition? It's time to find out. Let's start with the Voodoo Bizango. A solid run from the Voodoo Bizango. It cleared the course in an impressive 4 minutes 59 seconds. It was quick through the trees and the flatter parts of the course. It felt controlled, but it had to push it hard over the roots and the rougher ground. Has it done enough to take the win? Now it's time for the Cube Stereo. Okay, let's go. And the Cube Stereo crosses the line. It definitely felt quicker on the steeper terrain where its geometry comes into its own, and it floated over the rooty sections of the course. Where I felt that it may have lost time are the closer sections of woodland where bar width may have been a factor. So let's look at the times. The Voodoo Bizango handled the Enduro stage in 4 minutes and 59 seconds. The Cube Stereo crossed the line in impressive 4 minutes and 30 seconds, taking the win over the hardtail. The result was perhaps inevitable. The Cube is lighter, slacker, and a more appropriate machine for the job. It's designed to excel on terrain like this. Its weight and superior components allow it to handle better and brake later and more effectively. It lives for the steeper and more technical terrain. The Voodoo Bizango held its own on the course. Considering it's marked as an affordable hardtail, I just shred it down in a trail designed for enduro racing, and the bike's still in one piece. So this marks the second challenge between the two bikes. I have a few more head-to-heads in the works, so I look forward to sharing more of these with you in a couple of weeks' time. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. Until then, ride often and go beyond. I'll see you next time.